This video is about a game that played a massive part in my childhood and helped develop my appreciation for games. Before proceeding, we have to go back to the reinvigorated mascot platformers that came with the rising prevalence of 3D games. Platformers had always been a staple of gaming, and with the move to a whole new method of movement, it seemed like a natural progression. These were also the days of mascots, iconic characters companies used to promote their game. Mario and Sonic are the two who most think of, but that would be passing over others like Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, to say nothing of the others who were less than successful. Then along came a newcomer, one who seemed to not be tied to any particular system or large company. I am of course talking about Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Ty was presented as your typical cocky and adventurous anthropomorphic platforming mascot, but as usual had his own set of unique quirks and mechanics that set him apart. Most obviously is the game's Australian setting and aesthetic, giving the characters fun accents and the world a fascinating sense of life to it, and sense of realism, because all of the wildlife in Australia is terrifying and wants to kill you. Looking at you, giant spiders. Additionally, this theme would extend to the gameplay itself, equipping players with a set of boomerangs that played into most actions, whether they're thrown in combat, used to pull yourself up a ledge, or even glide. The core of the gameplay sees Ty navigating the hub world Rainbow Cliffs in order to select levels. The hub is colorful and interesting without being overwhelming, and in addition to levels, it has its own set of collectibles and a station to acquire new boomerangs. Beyond that, every level follows a similar pattern, but has its own style and series of quirks. The main goal of each level is to simply make it to the end of the level, or little mission therein. But every level is scattered with all sorts of collectibles and side objectives. These include time trials, helping out locals, or just exploring a mini area. Released in 2002 as a first game, at the time, Ty wasn't particularly massively original in many ideas. 3D platforming, a basic story, and a heavy emphasis on collecting all sorts of different items mostly for the sake of completion. It relied on its unique aesthetic and over-exaggerated characters to grab new players' attention, and kept them playing with a tight control scheme and generally well-executed game. The game received 3 more sequels, which I may talk about at a later date, but there's a distinct reason I'm talking about a game from 2002. I'd actually just finished telling a friend about the games and how I had played the ever-living crap out of them as a kid, and it left me feeling nostalgic. 1 or 2 Google searches later, and I found myself on developer Krome Studios' Facebook page in a bit of a stupor. 2 videos showing updated graphics work awaited me. In addition, it seemed as if it would be coming to PC first. It was actually a bit of a jarring how everything worked out. A game I loved as a kid was being teased just as I started looking into it again, and was being released on my platform of choice despite originally being a console game. But I'm certainly not complaining, don't get me wrong. Released into Steam Early Access on March 21st, 2016, Krome Studios made a clear and concerted effort to be communicative. The early access period was to continue adding and refining features to a classic, but pretty old game while allowing dedicated fans to help test and get their hands on it early. Over the past few months, Krome has rolled out graphical overhauls, UI changes, Steve achievements and trading cards, and audio enhancements, with the clear goal of having a finished version by 3rd quarter 2016. As far as how the game plays, it's a bit of a contradiction. 3D platformers have gone missing or been put on the back burner for some time now, so the return to form with masters of the genre actually creates a refreshing experience despite its age. The game stands on its own with tight controls and clear mechanics, and with the heavily updated presentation, it's easy to keep engaged with it. I ended up 100%ing the game in its re-release, as one simple change to the UI made it much easier to find the hidden and previously obscured painting collectibles. And I'd be an idiot not to mention the soundtrack of the game, all of which was composed by George Stamatiadis. It's a generally pretty solid score that really gets the tone of each level, though few songs stand out as stuff I'd listen to in my free time. That said, some of the slower, more paced-out songs are truly great and have stuck with me all this time, particularly Bridge on the River Ty, Rainbow Cliffs, and the main theme, which returned in remixed versions in the later games. If I had one complaint about the game, it would definitely be difficulty. The game is exceptionally easy, and due to the nature of the gameplay, an altered difficulty level would take an immense amount of development time. I understand why it's not there, but if Krome is looking for things to do, I'd definitely love to see that among the game's other improvements. Oh, and another complaint though, the shark boss Crikey is 100% the reason behind me having thalassophobia, so Thanks, Krome. Tide of the Tasmanian Tiger is one of those games that can help bitter, jaded, and somewhat nihilistic gamers like me remember that games are supposed to be just that. Games. Simple and fun. Whether it's the all-too campy Australian accents or innocuous collectathon gameplay, there's just something genuine about the game. While I normally dread early access, this has been nothing but a pleasant experience, and I look forward to what else Krome has in store for us. Also, if they do end up remastering Bush Rescue, it may be the best thing ever. If I check my old PS2 memory card, I'd probably question how younger me had any time for other things. It's one of those things that I'd love to get involved with, but I doubt Krome needs writers or a super small time publicity, though. Hey guys, if you are writing a new game, hit me up. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Seeing as the original game was rated E, I thought it might be best to censor myself a little and keep everything here clean. If you like this video, likes and subscribers are always welcome. I toyed with the idea of maybe doing an any % playthrough on this channel, but I want to make sure it's something you'd all be interested in first. If you want to support me directly, consider backing me on Patreon. Until next time, beautiful people.